Beatskills Recraft is a multi-effect plugin that unashamedly tries to take the crown of Excellent Audio's RC20 Retrocolor. To put it mildly, they have a similar layout and effects. We'll compare later in this video. First, let's review what Recraft offers. This Beatskills plugin has 5 main effects: texture, crusher, reverb, motion and tape mod. On the bottom you have a compressor, filters, a 1-band EQ and stereo with control. On the top you find a general dry-wet mix dial. The order how these 5 effect modules are routed after each other can be freely changed by simply dragging the modules in the order you want. Beatskills is not the first to do this by any means. Patching effects or modules after each other like this is the most user-friendly way to do it in a plugin. For instance, the Lifeline Expanse multi-effect by Excite Audio does this in the same way. My review of that plugin is linked in the description. The overall look of the plugin is somewhat retro 1980s instrument plastic to me, especially with the knobs. The modules of Recraft do 5 distinct effects, and it's unavoidable to make a comparison with the now 7-year-old Excellent RC20 Retrocolor. That plugin by Excellent really is the benchmark for multi-effect plugins. The Recraft modules do these effects. Texture will layer sampled noise on the incoming audio, and the range of sounds is pretty wide. You get 107 sounds to be exact. The similar noise module of RC20 has 16 sounds. This slider is a threshold and it sets from the textures being continuous to only be hearable together with the incoming audio, just like the envelope follow in RC20. Crusher is a bit crusher, sample divider and saturator. And this always works great to get more lo-fi, old-school sampler type of sounds. Or you can add a gnarly edge easily to a beat, in combination with the drive. This drive will give you 2 variations of saturation. In RC20 you have the digital and distort module to take care of these effects. Recraft can't really distort, unfortunately. The reverb module is capable. It's good to see you have a pre-delay and controls like dampen, size and width.
I am a thief in the night. I am the stars in your eyes. The nightmare that's coming for you. An uncomfortable truth. Hold me. I am the voice in the dark. I am what sets you apart. Your worst enemy. The thing that sets you free. You don't need to fight it. Don't try to deny it.
This makes this reverb more versatile than it appears at first.
Falling free. You're holding on too tight. Let me show you how to embrace the night. Embrace the night. Embrace the night. Embrace the night.
The slider here can focus on where in the frequency spectrum the effect works. This frequency slider is found on these 4 modules. Handy to have, but not original by any means. Retrocolor has a function like this with sliders as well. The motion module can cause anything from volume wobbles to dropouts, and it is always synced to the tempo of the project.
Gotta catch it before it passes on by. Out of sight. So follow me. I'll show you places you've never seen. Hold on tight and take the lead.
The fastest you can set is 1/4 of a note, and I really would like to see higher rates here and probably a random option. In my opinion, the magnetic module in RC20 does this better.
The nightmare that's coming for you. An uncomfortable truth. Hold me. I am the voice in the dark. I am what sets you apart.
Tape mod gives you typical tape-like effects with wow and flutter. Both are pitched bass effects, not far off from a vibrato. I always love this type of slight pitch change on stale synth pads. It immediately makes it sound more interesting. In RC20 this is the wobble module, but you can only choose between wow and flutter. In Recraft you have both at the same time. In Retrocolor RC20 you can modulate effects with flux. And in Recraft you can as well with these sliders. They work as a sort of focused randomizer, and by turning the slider up you change the speed of these variations. Various dials start to wiggle to display these randomizations, which I think looks amusing. These little variations can make an effect just a bit more interesting and organic to listen to. I don't know how I feel about how similar Recraft looks to RC20, but on the other hand, in plugin land we have so many similar plugins. Just look at all those 1176 and LA2A compressors. Recraft is different enough to Retrocolor to exist next to it, and when you're used to Retrocolor, Recraft will feel very familiar. The biggest asset for me of Recraft is the switchable RF effects. This lets you experiment more and also gets more useful and cool effects. This is also the biggest advantage Recraft has over RC20. The intro price of Recraft is $59, but you get $10 off in the first week if you use my discount code. Normal retail is $119.